we are group number 2. We had the task to make a business model analysis, and the task was how the digital transformation changed the business model of Netflix. Therefore, we have to explain some basics, I guess, but I won't go too much into detail because everybody of us is already into this. Therefore, only in short, a business model of a company explains the underlying economic logic upon which profits are generated. The digital transformation is founded on the fourth industrial revolution, which is based on cyber-physical systems. And of course, everybody knows Netflix, which is one of the most successful entertainment media companies. To find out the business model change, of course, we compared the canvas of the starting point of Netflix and the point now. And I won't go too much into detail. I just highlight the assumption we had. And the key partners, there was a complete change from hardware to software, from DVDs only to operational systems on devices like mobile phones and TVs. Also, key activities and key resources had a complete change from hardware to software. Also, the value proposition had a change from hardware, from rental of DVDs to software, streaming videos, and also to exclusivity because of their own movies, for example. The customer relationship was better through more online contact. Nowadays, you can reach everything with your own on your smartphone or on your TV. And more contact with the customer was possible as the more intelligent and connected screens are available nowadays. The customer segment changed from US households to households in almost all countries through the internet. The cost changed from hardware and logistics to production, marketing, and connectivity, so to say, immaterial goods. And the revenue structure changed to more user-friendly, so to say, easier costs. It was easier for the customer to pay only by a monthly subscription. Even at the word figurative trademark, it's visible that Netflix changed from hardware, which is on the left side, presented by the film reel, to non-hardware trademark, I would say. Now I give word to Terita.
Thank you, Johannes. So as you would have seen from all the transformations on different aspects of the business model, we saw Netflix change from your traditional business to customer business model where they had a paper rental system to a service business model. So firstly, they very quickly changed to a subscription service. And then later on, we saw the development where they are essentially selling software as a service. Later on, we then see that they have become very data-driven in their business models. So now they are using data to collect their customer information and ensure that, and they're using that directly to create content for their customers and also to ensure that the relevant content reaches the relevant customer. So we can, if you go to the next slide, we can see between 1997 to 2013, the change from physical world to digital world, where they started with this physical product. and they started gradual implementations. They had an intelligent screen. They then increased connectivity through high-speed internet. They started tracking customer habits, and then they eventually evolved into a streaming platform in 2013. So you're seeing this whole industrial revolution in their development. So in terms of their business model change, they identified a problem where they realized that, DVDs are now antiquated, it's outdated, and it's old technical equipment. They looked at their problem, they realized that there was a change of user habits. And so they found an alternative. And this alternative was internet streaming. They evaluated their options and they decided to completely change what the technology that they were using. And this in turn allowed them to become a software player instead of a hardware player. I will now hand you on to my colleague who will explain the business model of Tencent and Myriad.
Hi, everybody. So the business model of maybe the next slide. Thank you. So the both company heavily rely on patent application and patent to make their business sustainable. Before entering to the patented aspect, maybe just as a short wrap up, the business model of Myriad is based on cutting edge technology to place advertisements in video. Whether on the contrary, Tencent is a huge Chinese company active in a wide spectrum of field, including social media, gaming, and so on. So means that they are also search engine. So means that they have access to a huge amount of user data. And so what Myriad does is that Myriad receives the data from the customers and then they elaborate, so they place in the video advertisement and then they send back to the customer a tailor-made video including the advertisement, and their business model is based on charging a certain percentage of revenue share based on the campaign, or also alternative charging a fixed price per advertisement. Myriad has a pretty broad patent portfolio consisting of 14 patent families, among which several are already granted, and we can see their model as a value-added monopoly. So unlike a fortress, what they try to do is really to patent the user experience and their user relevant feature to obstruct competitors. And they have three main areas, in which in the video presentation they call zone sense, content value, and dynamic addressable insertion, which cover the full value chain of understanding where to place the advertisement and which kind of advertisement, content sensitive, and the dynamic elaboration. This is just for Myriad we did a short table comparing the patent class, and that they cover the full spectrum of advertisement and in video advertisement placement. This is not very, let's say, user-friendly or very self-explanatory, but that was just to show how broad the business model of Tencent is. So it's huge, and is spread in a lot of fields. And that's reflected also their patent portfolio, which in comparison to Myriad is much bigger. They really focus on data. And similarly, so the IP portfolio of Tencent is really focused on retrieving data and on customer data from different fields. So from gaming, social media, search engine, and so on. And that's the combination of the two, so of Tencent and Myriad. As explained, what they do, Tencent provide the data to Myriad. Myriad elaborate the video, and then they send the video back to Tencent. So there is not like an open platform where the two interact, but it's kind of two separate layers. And then I give the word to my colleague.
Hello. Next, I will explain the role of this US patent in the protection of the business model. Peter, next. Yeah. I will start by analyzing the current model of TV or film advertising. The traditional advertisement are displayed in between slided segments of TV. The disadvantages of this mean are obvious. The viewing pleasure of customers deteriorates. These advertisements are disliked by customers with some advanced device like digital TV set-top boxes. Watchers could also skip the advertising. All of these disadvantages result in a reduction of advertising revenue. Another approach, which is relevantly acceptable to the customer, is placing the advertising components strategically within a shot when recording a television program. If the program is broadcast in a different country, then a single advertising fee will allow the advertising to reach an audience in different countries as well. The production take additional advantage from this. Nonetheless, the interest of the product owners will be compromised due to brands' difference from country to country. In order to achieve this type of advertising, it has to be produced before recording the program. It's too early. Peter, next. Due to new technology, the new advertising modules have also emerged. In this new module, advertising components could be digitally placed into video material. Next, Peter. This diagram gives us an idea of how to place an advertising into a video material digitally. First, identifying in the video material a placement tune and the visible time period suitable for receiving this advertising component, then depend on a content in different frames, place the advertising component accordingly, and adjust the lighting effects or other effects. Finally, the video material were integrated with an advertising component, and that could be transferred. Peter, next. This new invention allows customers to easily integrate branded content directly into entertainment programming. Meanwhile, this integration is seamless and without interrupting the viewer experience. Customers get access to analyze platform that discovers where best to place and advertising seamlessly in a timed segment of video footage. For example, one can based on brand the nature of the entertainment programming and the customer location to place a suitable advertising. And customers could also integrate an advertisement into the entertainment program, which takes place at the customer side. Advertising costs can be connected to the advertising the revenue. Also, when the cost more, and then when a higher revenue, then a higher cost. When niedriger revenue, then the cost also will be reduced. Peter, next. This new module involves some advantages. Also, advertising will be varied based on different countries, and the insertion could be taking place after production of the video material, and advertising revenue can be generated from pre-recorded video material without deteriorating the customer viewing pleasure. And the target advertising, the customer could also target advertising based on capturing customer preference can be achieved. So these advantages lead to increased profits. Next, Peter. This patent gives us the business module, Myriad business module. Patent claims captures key stages of module. For example, finding suitable placement through in multiple video frames and determine if a selected placement is long enough, and then guide how to place and manipulate the advertisement in the video footage, the advertisement assets, and its manipulation is based on customer video type and viewer type, transmitting the placement instructions and advertisement assets to the customer side. This technology, how to implement this scheme is left to other patents. This US patent could be seen as key to the successful development of Myriad's system. Thank you for your attention.